Somebody finally steps up to the plate. Andy Ruiz is going to be facing AJ June 1st in MSG for the opportunity to take his full belt, as well as getting paid about $5 million. Not too shabby. Now, a lot of people, particularly casuals, are going to look at Ruiz and think, oh man, he is well out of shape and he's smaller than Miller. But the facts are, he's probably a better fighter than the unproven American. He has got fast hands for a big guy, and he throws sharp combinations on the counter. He's also pretty tough and game. His only loss to Joseph Parker back in 2016, in which was a narrow loss, definitely. So he is going to bring it. He is not going to fold after the first few combinations. He is pretty tough. He's the same age as AJ, 29. This is his big opportunity. I think he's got that grit about him where he's going to give it his best go. Now, the problem is here, what might make this a bit mission impossible for Ruiz is that even if he can get past AJ's jab, and he's given up a lot of reach, he's got like a 74-inch reach to what AJ's 80, 81, is it? 82 maybe? First he's got to get past that jab, then he's got to be able to compete at the mid-range, and we know that's where AJ can really shine. That's what he's got that Wilder doesn't. He's got very good mid-range crunches, the uppercut and the hook. It's going to be heavy going in there. Even if he can hold it together there, we know AJ is pretty tough as well and has some grit. And Ruiz doesn't have the kind of pressure and stamina. He doesn't fight in really long periods of pinning you against the ropes. He kind of has his bursts and then he's off you. So he can't really exhaust AJ either. He's going to find it very hard to crack that chin, even if he does land. And he's got very little chance of exhausting him. And that is after having to overcome a big reach disadvantage. It's probably going to be quite exciting though, because AJ is probably going to fight more in the mould of how he did against Povetkin, fighting more at that 3/4 range where he's a bit more leant over and he's flicking the jab and he's looking to walk you down a little bit without giving away too much reach. But in doing so, it can make it easier for a smaller guy to get in there. Problem for Ruiz, he isn't as crafty as a Povetkin, so I can't quite see him coming up underneath. He tends to fight a little upright. He's only 6'2", but he doesn't really dip around like that. Of course, he's pretty tubby around here, which makes it harder to have good lateral movement. So he's probably not going to be able to do those clever ambush attacks that Povetkin was. Might make him, in a rather ugly manner, a bit easier to read as he comes in, as AJ starts to tee off. But he is tough and he has fast hands. If he can get past that jab, and AJ as well will want to look good, this being his American debut, so he'll have it out as well. He'll feel Ruiz's power and be like, I can take that, and he'll want to have it out, and he might just give Ruiz that little bit more rope in doing so. AJ definitely the bigger puncher. He doesn't even have to knock Ruiz out. If Ruiz proves to be particularly tough, his shots will do a lot of facial damage, like they did, I remember, to Brazil as well. So AJ's got different ways of winning here. I think it's going to be a good one. It's a better opponent, I feel, than Miller. I was never really impressed with Miller. I see AJ stopping a game and brave Ruiz in the 7th round.